话为什么这样子
这让我想起了我老家，你们都拿着枪。
排练节目。
Only in these kind of places can you find an ancestral temple next to a factory, next to a bunch of people playing cards outside a grocery store. Good morning, everyone from Guangzhou. I'm here at the foot of the chicken shrine. Wow, the humble chicken is finally receiving the attention it deserves. So I like this place. The reverence for chickens around here is real, y'all. I don't know what event this is, but I gotta find a way to witness this in this lifetime. Something I found interesting about this temple was that while most temples in this region focus on dragons and qilians and other really big mythical creatures, this place features more run-of-the-mill little guys like chickens, fish, frogs, I think, and some creatures I couldn't even recognize at all. As a connoisseur of cool little guys on roofs, I found this temple quite interesting. But it is just the appetizer of today's vlog. I'm actually about to head out on the streets of Guangzhou and show you guys around. Guangzhou is a first-tier city with a population of about 15 million, so there's an endless array of places to choose from. I practically threw a dart at the map and decided on Xintang, a random suburb. What awaits us in this mysterious place? Let's find out. The map said that there is a park here, and I'm like wandering down the street looking for this dang park. The map says it's right here, and it turns out it is above me. 3 flights of stairs later, I finally reached the park, which practically feels like your own private garden because nobody wants to go up all those stairs. The view is great though. I mean, as great as it's gonna be in some random suburb. Over here, we have China's smallest dancing grandma brigade with just 1 member. This, if I'm not mistaken, is one of those canoodling caves that we saw in Kashgar a few months ago.
因为那个里面有什么蛇呀，对吧？有龟那种很恐怖的小玩意儿，突然就那种，就是让你的女朋友就是借着你，很浪漫哟，很幸福哟。
This one has an interesting bonus feature, which is this thing here. It's not open anymore because I think these are kind of like out, you know? These are no longer in. And behind me on this little plaza thing, we have a guy in this sick red velvet suit practicing some Tai Chi. It is very zen in here. You really feel like you have the place completely to yourself. You feel like humans do not exist. You're like returned to your primal state of wandering around in the jungle. It's so green and so lush, and yeah, it's a little overgrown in some places, but like, that's the vibe, you know? This place is so lush and wild, they even put a sign here being like, do not eat the mushrooms. They might make you sick. Finally, I found a section of this park that is on ground level, and judging from all the sounds that are radiating up from this plaza, this is going to be the more typical Chinese park in the morning experience. There are a lot more people out here. I 来过这么多公园，你们这个是我见过最有意思的项目。
哎呦，你是外国人呐？
对对对。
哎，但你的普通话怎么那么标准？你都没有他讲的好。
对，这让我想起了我老家，你们都拿着枪。
假的哈，我们是排练节目。表演的节目，先学嘛，学会了就是表演嘛。
Guys, I've been to dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of parks in China over the years. I have never seen this before. They have invited me to see their performance. Apparently there is some event happening in one of these local neighborhoods. I was hoping it would be the gun performance, but they said they're still learning that one. This is one that's completely different in every conceivable way. What can I say? These ladies do it all. I was devastated to hear that the performance they'll be doing at today's event is not the one with the guns, but I don't care, I'm going anyway. This is so cute. Since the community had managed to wrangle everyone into the same place for this event, they also used the opportunity to educate about garbage separation, play this little game, and win a prize. It's not the most exciting prize, but hey, it's practical.
我将逐一为大家介绍。
About halfway through the series of performances and raffles, the ladies I had been waiting for finally stepped out on stage, completely unrecognizable from their gun-toting appearance of 1 hour ago. This has got to be the most versatile dance group I've ever dang seen. Wow, this has been a productive morning, everyone. I was literally just going for a walk in the park and I got brought to this little shindig and it's actually still going and I'm glad I got to come by and watch it for about an hour. Because this is the suburbs, there actually is a little bit of farmland left. So if you look at the satellite map, you'll see these little patches of green here and there. That is what that is. It is little bits of cropland that have not yet been converted into city stuff. I don't know how long they'll be here for. They will eventually go away as the city continues to expand. Hello, 小朋友. They have actually set up a strawberry picking zone here, so then they get to make more money from the city slickers coming over to experience picking strawberries instead of just buying the strawberries at a fruit stand. And then right behind me on this road here, there are farmers setting up little stands selling their veggies. Just like how there are occasional islands of farmland still left among the expanding city infrastructure, there are also islands of old neighborhoods that are slowly shrinking. The alleyway lifestyle is on its way out. It's a very unique aesthetic for sure, but I think it would get annoying living somewhere where you only get like 20 minutes of sunlight per day. Like, look how close these buildings are to each other. You could basically high-five your neighbor across this alleyway here. Something else I love about exploring places like this is finding little hidden treasures like this thing. I mean, it would be cool if it was out on like a plaza somewhere surrounded by perfect little hedges and stuff, but there's just something special about finding it in a banana plantation. I just feel like I'm an explorer in the Amazon, like unearthing relics, you know what I mean? Walking around the suburbs, you get to see a lot of cool parks and temples and alleyways and interesting neighborhoods. But it's not all that. A lot of it is also this. But I mean, this is also a cool scenery in its own right. This is the kind of thing usually you would only see out the window of a bullet train as you're like whooshing by. Just a few minutes walk away from this massive complex of warehouses was a cute neighborhood full of little ponds. Only in these kind of places can you find a pond next to a park, next to an ancestral temple, next to a factory, next to a bunch of people playing cards outside a grocery store.
Auntie, 你看那边小鱼多不多？
多呀。
阿姨，我们中国这里有游泳池，我们中国这里家具都有，什么都有。像这种，比如说这种房子，大树也有啊，什么东西都有。阿姨，你们外国那里有这种东西吗？
树吗？有呀。
那房子呢？
房子也有呀。
哦。
如果没有房子，那我们住哪儿呀？
难道住飞机上啊？你猜这边是啥？积木。错。金条。金条我家金条都变强了。
这是用来干嘛呀？
这个拿去放一个好看的地方用。
就是戴在身上拿出来给小朋友炫耀一下是吧？
耶，我家里也有。你牛逼！我跟你讲，他以前还骗人说我跟他是姐弟兄妹，我说不是，他还说是。
你们的衣服是一套的呢，就是确实很像，是吧？
啊，不是，
你们是穿的同一个品牌的东西。
不是我的是发光的，他的发不了光。阿姨，
啥
阿姨，你说话为什么这样子啊？
你希望我说话什么样子呀？
我希望你说话像中国一样。哇，王子还完全听不懂你说的话，我听得懂。那你还问我干什么？那你为什么刚才还说周总家住哪？都不用问啦。
你看你们这个样子就很像兄弟姐妹。
我操你妈！我操你妈！我操你大头！
谁教你们的？
哦，操你屎！我操你屎！我给你一坨石头，我给你一坨大树丢你脑瓜上，要不要？那我就说不好啊，那我就放你头上呗。那我也说不好啊，我放你大脑里分呗。
你们慢慢吵吧。That's suburban life, y'all.